Are we on? Is that rolling and is that rolling?
They're both. Yep, they're both
They're
wrong.
both rolling.
All right, we're back. Welcome back to Before the Blow Up.
It is episode 6.
6, yeah. We've recorded 7, but we lost one of them. And it's fine. So yeah,
Yeah, but
episode.
that was like ages ago.
It was a while ago. Um, tell us, tell us what's going on. What's going on?
No, you gotta have a better intro than that, bro.
It's
So,
I can't do it with him here.
why? Ethan, go downstairs.
Yeah, Ethan's here, and we'll get him on in a bit. I can't lie. And yeah, we'll see what he has to say.
It
But
is weird when other people watch.
yeah, it is. I reckon. All right, go away.
Okay, this is Before the Blow Up, episode 6, guys. And with myself and Isaac. And today on the show, we will discuss...
A lot of things. Just tell us. Just jump into it, bro. Just jump into it. What's going on with your leg, bro?
Okay, so if you listened to the last episode, you would have known that I went to Cannonball Mountain Bike Festival.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I had an absolute war the whole week. A huge battle.
It's actually insane because you were talking about like this calm. Oh, because I was editing the episode and I was like, yeah, the calmness of your mind. It was just so at peace and you were ready to like take on the week.
Yeah, and it was an absolute battle. So day one, I was pulled. Day one, I got there and it was sweet. I was in the super good headspace as I was. And then I pretty much just cruised. I think I rode just my bike and was like feeling good. Just a few different tracks there, just so, get comfortable with the environment again and stuff. And then day two was an all mountain race, so like a long race just on a trail bike that I thought I'll do for fun. Like I'll get some videos of it. Like there's nothing bad that'll come from me from doing this event. And I had an absolute bell ringer of a crash in my race run, and that started the trajectory of the whole week.
When did you have the crash? Because I don't even know.
Tuesday. So first crash I had was Tuesday, and I was fine because I was in such a good headspace coming in. It was just had like a clay. I was like, it's all good. These crashes happen. Move on. So I was like real good, positive about it. Like as you do, like I usually am with those sorts of crashes. Just like little slide outs, just a bit tender, whatever. All good. Next day, get back into it. I have a flow race. Well, and I've also been doing so many interviews, and it was so exhausting doing interviews, and
How was that? Because you talked about it last time on the pod.
it was actually so like mentally draining. It was just real draining, and also I was taking slams. So also in the flow race, I had just another slam, just like another slam right at the end as well. So I was super sore from that and buggered, and I was a bit frustrated, but still like, oh, it's not my main event. Like I'm here for the downhill. Like I'll be sweet. Anyway, was just battered, bit bruised, but overall like fine, easily to keep riding. And then seeding day comes around, so that takes us to Friday. So qualifying for downhill is on, but to qualify for the dual slalom, you had to qualify in the morning.
Yeah.
And my practice is in the afternoon. So I'm trying to squeeze all these in while doing media for two people. So I was pretty buggered. And then on top of that, that's when the trajectory my week just crumbled. On the very first corner of the qualification run, the dual slaloms crash, a little washout again, another crash, just one of those absolutely shocking weeks. Dislocate my kneecap on the dual slalom, very first corner. Not anything
I thought it was on the
hard.
flow run.
No. The photo run was just another slam, another big slam onto like a bridge, it was gnarly.
Yeah.
And then yeah, but this one wasn't gnarly, nothing big, just low key embarrassing and popped my kneecap out, like, and it was like right on the side of my knee. It was out for a few minutes, and then got popped back in, and it just blew up. Like my whole leg went about probably double, if not like triple the size, like all around my knee and stuff.
Far
Just
out.
blew up and bruising, and I was like, well, I've come all this way. I'm gonna race. Like,
Yeah. You gotta.
yeah. I was so frustrated that I've come all this way, done all these things, and I may not actually be able to race the event I'm really good at.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I have to. I know it in myself. And my dad's come. My dad's come to watch me race. Like I'm racing this. I am racing the downhill no matter what.
Yeah.
Um. So then I just got strapped up to try and race, and I got down in seating and seated like one of the. I mean, it was the most painful run I've ever done in my entire life because there's just fluid sitting in my knee. My knee was in pain, like absolutely agonizing. And I came down, I don't even know what I seated, but it was not great. It was like a few, I wasn't last, but I was way out the back.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, then some other unforeseen things happened that night, so I didn't have any good sleep. So for race day, I was not well slept. My kneecap was still so swollen, and I was just had to try and put everything aside to just try and put down a run. But I knew I wasn't gonna do well because I couldn't bend my leg. I was just
Yeah.
riding straight because I couldn't bend, so I was just getting bucked of everything, and it was
Yeah.
the most painful thing I've ever done. But it changed my mindset to not doing well, like results wise, but just being there and almost a participation award because I wanted to participate so badly, but I also knew I wasn't going to come last because I still thought I'd be able to, push through the pain. But it taught me a lot of things about how driven I actually am. Like I always say, I'm built different. Oh, I'm built different. Like nothing stops me. And I think you say that enough, something is gonna test you to show you how. Like, are you really built different? Like
Yeah.
you say you made it of this, are you gonna make it of that? So I kind of just brought it upon myself to race and kind of just push through because it was the most agonizing thing I've done
Yeah.
and I got right in the mid pack, surprisingly. Which I mean, if my leg was good, I'd be disappointed with that result because I know I'm better.
Yeah.
But during the circumstances, I thought I did exceptional.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair enough. And I think that you can only do so much with it. So you've done your ACL.
So I've done the MPFL, the medial patellofemoral ligament,
Mm,
and the ACL's not confirmed yet. I see the knee surgeon on the 29th,
mm,
so next Thursday.
yeah.
That's when this was filmed, so in a few days. And then all will be revealed to see whether I need surgery or not, or what actually recovery time looks like, and what the go is. So till then, I'm in this splint to try to keep my knee not moving.
Yeah.
But yeah, recovery times, surgeries is all still up in the air. Whether I need surgery or not is all
Yeah.
still up in the air. But the MRI, they wouldn't tell me much from the MRI because it goes back to the
Yeah.
knee
Yeah.
specialist and the knee surgeon.
Yeah.
But one of my mates is in med school and I sent the MRIs to him and he was like, I can't really tell, but it looks like there's bit of a serious injury there. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it's not great.
But we'll see. We'll see, man.
Yeah.
I'm kind of praying I don't have surgery, but if it is, it kind of writes off my whole World Cup season.
Yeah.
At least half it writes off my whole World Cup season anyway with recovery times because I can't earn enough money now to go because I can't. I labour. I was a third year apprentice before I left as a friggy. Like all my jobs involve labour and use of my hands and
Yeah.
lifting stuff. I can't do that with my knee. It's so unstable.
Yeah. Little dog.
But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Just up in the air. Need to find something to do. But I'm positive about it because um through a valley comes a high peak, and it's kind of a canon event as well because I had a few things all happen at once, including this.
Yeah.
That's kind of put me in a trajectory of a different mindset from striving to get back overseas and make happen. Because now I'm kind of, I don't want to say I've accepted that I'm not going over this year because of this, which is a really tough thing for me to accept.
Yeah.
But I'm really only just coming to terms with it now.
Mm.
And that's because of a podcast I listened to with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
And he tells a story about a Chinese farmer
Yeah.
where um I'll just tell a story. So it goes
We told it on the last one.
No, it didn't.
I swear we did.
No, I
No?
just sent it to you. I sent you the podcast.
Did you? Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it. So the story goes that there's a Chinese farmer and his son, and they're broke, man. Like they got nothing, and they're living on a farm. Like they're radish farmers, so they're farming radishes. But 70% of their profit goes to the people who actually own the land. They're just living on it, right? Anyway, one day they've got a horse. They're plowing the field. The son goes, "Ah, the horse. Sorry, the horse runs away," and he's like, "No." The son goes, "Oh crap! Like, what are we gonna do?" So he runs to the Chinese farmer, and goes, "Dad, like, we're screwed, man. The horse just ran away. We need the horse to help plow. Like, we're not gonna turn over the radishes. Like, we are done for." He goes, "Oh, could be bad, could be not. Can't pick it yet." And I was like, "Hmm." And the son goes, "Nah, dude, like, no horse. Like, we are done for." He goes, just keep going. Just keep planting. Just plow what you can." He goes, "All right, whatever. We have to try anyway." Anyway, a week later goes by, and the son comes back to the father and goes, Dad, guess what? You'll never believe. The horse that ran away just brought back a whole pack of stallions." He goes, "We're rich, dude. Like, we're rich. We're out of the radish game. We're selling horses now." He goes, "Oh, how good is it?" He goes, Chinese father again goes, "Oh, I don't know. Like, can be good, can be bad. Just can't pick it yet." Anyway, because they're wild, right? He's trying to tame the horses. Son gets kicked off a horse, shatters his leg. Like his leg is done for. And it's ancient China, bro. They put some tobacco leaves on it, sprinkle a bit of spices, and says, "Oh, go sit in a chair, bro." So anyway, some villagers come back down. He goes, "Oh," and sees the Chinese farmer. Goes, "Oh, this is horrible. Like your son, you can't work the land now. Like you have all these wild horses, but you can't do anything with them." He's like, "This sucks." And the Chinese farmer again just goes, "Don't know, man. Like, can't pick it. Could be bad, could be good. Just can't pick it."
Yeah.
Anyway, another week goes by, and 800 samurai come down to the farm. They're gone to war. All the young men that are fit has to go to war, and the son goes, "Oh, I'd 100% come, but my leg, like I can't, like I'm unable. I'm not fit." Anyway, 800 samurai go, "Oh, all good." 800 samurai ride off to their deaths.
Yeah.
So I'm in this headspace now of like, could be good, could be bad, just can't pick it yet because I don't know what's gonna come from it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I had this like clarity of like when all these things kind of happened, and then my leg, I was like, just had for the first time in my life, I was not like, "Oh, this is the worst, this sucks, like I've got to battle through this." It kind of just I heard this thing, it's kind of like, can't pick it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of in a lot better headspace about it now than like a few weeks ago.
That's good. It's real good.
Up Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just gonna take time to recover, and then I think that once you recover, you can or once you at least find out how long the recovery time's gonna be, that's when you can start to kind of craft your plan, and you get to choose almost how you pick it. I feel like it's yes, I think, but also I think it's both ways. Like, yeah, it's bad your knee, but you get to choose whether you make it good in terms of okay, now I expand knowledge in a certain area that I don't have a lot of time to do, and I don't know very well. You can take your time to build in those areas of your life that you aren't as experienced in, and you get a plan what it looks like now that you have this kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm gonna definitely be coming out of the injury wiser and probably stronger mentally than ever before. So really it's a setback, but it's also a propellant.
Yeah, 100%.
So it will be a lot of learning this year. Bit of a rebuild year this one. So we'll see. I'm either coming back out swinging, or it's one of the things where you can really hang your head and be defeated in. And I think I did mope for a little bit there, but now I've got my head in the right spot. I think,
Yeah,
and I'll definitely make a really strong comeback, and I'm confident in it.
100%.
And I also know I'm probably going to learn a new skill while I can't, whether that's learning like another way to make money, or what. I think something else will come out of it as well.
Yeah, Yeah.
So it should be good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this year, even though I'm in this stupid brace.
Yeah.
So yeah, speaking about my injuries and what my year's looking like, what's your year looking like? I know you've had a bit of a blow recently, or it's still up in the
It's a
air.
bit up in the air still. I talked about it on the last podcast about going overseas, and it's just been very up in the air. Like I can't talk heaps about it because I still don't know yet, and I don't know what's kind of going on. But
But be honest, it doesn't look like it's going ahead.
at this moment, it's like I don't know. I can't tell. I can't pick it, bro. I can't. I can't genuinely. Like one day I'll be like, nah, I don't think it's going ahead, and then the next day I'm like, actually maybe.
Why? Where's the what is giving you the little glimpse of hope? Because from what
The
you told me, it
the
seems
things
pretty
I've been
dire.
no, but the things that I've been told as well.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just holding on to it. I don't know. I mean, I cancelled most of my plans for this year to go and do this. So
Like you're all in on this.
yeah. So let's hopefully. I think if it goes ahead, this podcast will be out when I'm over there.
Mm.
And so hopefully I'm over there when this podcast is released. If I'm not, then it didn't go ahead.
And the podcast will be staying the same, not virtually, and still be very high quality content.
It'll build because I mean I've tried to get this out of my face because I feel like we've been putting them in.
Yeah, that's what we're getting. A lot of constructive criticism, and one of them is get the mic out of the guest's face and your own face. So,
Yeah. So
we're working on setup a bit now, but all good.
yeah, it would be nice to get a new camera as well.
Yeah, could invest. Any sponsors out there want to buy us a freshy camera?
But yeah, I mean,
Slide into the DMs before the blow up.
yeah, or even either one of ours, I don't care, man.
Mm.
But I mean, we've both kind of had a few blows over the last couple of weeks, hence why we're kind of hanging out because we haven't really got much to go on for at the moment. Which is, I think it's a weird thing because
And we're actually in Melbourne now.
yeah, we're shooting this in Melbourne. I think it's weird because we're both super driven and we like to get stuff done, but when we're kind of just waiting around for things like I can't start anything new because I'm supposed to be going in a couple of days,
Mm.
and then you have got to wait to see what the results from your knee are. So we're kind of just waiting around, which is really difficult, and it's a part that I didn't think we'd have to kind of go on with. Like, there's certain things that we can do. Like, I can create content and that kind of stuff. There's only so much content that people want to like watch, in one sense, but also I really don't enjoy making content. Like, I really don't. But I know that it has to be done, and there's some stuff that I like making, um, but I don't want to do that 8 hours a day either. Like I do have to do other things, but I also want to do other things, but I can't start it. I don't know if that makes much sense, but just because we're sitting in here in this,
Well, you can't commit to anything because you're planning on going.
yeah. So it's hard. It's hard in that sense. But when we've been down here, literally this morning, we did a sensory deprivation tank to try and clear our minds a bit.
That was a wild experience. I've never done a sensory or a float tank as well, what they're called. But this one was like earplugs, no noise, no light.
You get in there and it's like, it is.
And yeah, the oh sorry, you go. I
It's
cut you off.
it's dark and you have these earplugs that go so far and you lay in this tank for an hour and you go so deep into thought. It's actually insane.
But it's a strange sensation because he's not just lying in a tank. It's a body in the tank. It's like a pot of water, and the water has like salt, so you float, and the water is heated up to your exact body temperature, so it literally feels like you're floating.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
That's the craziest thing. It's not just like lying on a bed in a pitch black room. It's like you are fully floating and completely relaxed, and it almost forces you to dive into your subconscious.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done or experienced anything like that before in my life. Like where it's that there's no distraction. You're the only distraction. Like one thought is a distraction from another thought, if that makes sense.
No, it is 100%.
I feel like when I was in there, I was like thinking about like my future and that kind of thing, and then I would just get distracted by another thought. That's the only distraction, which is so weird. And I think that we're as a culture or society now, we're like so distracted by so many things. Mankind has been distracted by things all throughout all the years, but I think now it's very there's so many more distractions with your phone, computers, TV, whatever. But it's just I've never had that little distraction in my life.
It's crazy as well because while you're thinking, you lose sense of time.
Yeah.
Like, we're in there for an hour, but when you think of like an hour, you kind of can tell like how long an hour is.
Yeah.
Where this, you lose all sense of time. Because you feel like the hour goes away so fast because you just think the whole time. It's crazy. And for me, physically, I felt like I was like, because it felt like I was floating, it felt like I was just like drifting in circles.
Yeah. It's so weird.
And sometimes you feel like you're falling, like fully falling when you're like a thingy, and you like jolt. Like I like jolted because I thought I was falling at one point. Like
Yeah.
it was wild, like crazy.
Yeah.
It's the most. It was a really gnarly sensation.
Yeah. It's just genuinely the weirdest sensation I've ever felt.
Yeah, and I had the weirdest like my mind. I think my mind's eye just became working like overtime because I had this weird. Oh, this is gonna sound so weird and bad, but when I was in there, I just had this almost could see myself looking at myself in the mirror and then just like falling through panes of glass in like this abyss. It was so strange. Like I was so deep into thoughts, just like could almost see this.
It's so whack.
It's weird, man. Like it's just what I've seen. It's just, but like, it was yeah. Sensory deprivation tanks are another level.
Yeah. I reckon we said it earlier in the podcast. We're gonna get my little brother Ethan to come on and talk for a bit. I feel like he hasn't got enough life experience for a whole episode. I don't even care.
As if you'd say
I
that.
don't even care.
Poor Ethan, he's
He's
14.
only 14. Welcome to the podcast, Ethan.
Welcome to Before the Block, Ethan.
Nice to meet you.
First
Nice
time
to
on a
meet you.
podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time it's always like shot down at yours or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've never really seen it happen, but it's good to see how much work they put into it. Yeah.
Cheers, bro.
Yeah.
All right, we're on.
Right, we're on now.
Nice.
Yeah, we have a few questions for you.
Yeah.
We thought it'd be cool to have you on.
Give a background of what you actually do, E.
So, well, I'm in year 9 at Box Hill Senior Secondary College down in Melbourne because we just moved here, and yeah, I'm just trying to make it in basketball. See how far I go.
What do you mean by like making it?
Like, will make it to me is like trying to make it professionally.
Like NBA.
Well, hopefully, I guess. Yeah, NBA is the dream, I guess. But yeah, anything really.
Yeah.
I just love doing it. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's the first start. You gotta love it. You say with Box Hill, that's what is there significance to Box Hill? Like, because you obviously came down here for school.
Yeah.
Like, for a basketball school, what's the significance with Box Hill?
Yeah. Well, they're like top school in probably Victoria, them or Rowville, and
Tell us about Rowville, bro.
No, let him finish. Keep going, boy.
yeah, so them and Rowville are top in Victoria, and they're like one of the top in just Australia. So they're just nuts. And Ben Simmons, played for the Philadelphia 76ers in the NBA. He went through there, and
Yeah.
they got a fair few great coaches and stuff.
Yeah.
So just
Talk about Rowville. Tell us.
Did you try out for both schools?
look,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Tell us about Rowville.
So, I tried out for Rowville, and that was pretty annoying for me personally. It was a bit of a stump, and yeah, I thought I tried out really well, like I really did, and expected to make it kinda. And it was for year 9 and 10 team, so it was a bit tougher. But I was popping off, and then got the news, didn't make it, and then that really struck me honestly, and just put me down for a bit, and then just had to find a way to build myself back up.
How?
Wait, sorry, backtrack a little bit.
Mhm.
Why would you have rather gone to Rowville than Box Hill?
Well,
Why was it such a big stump?
We didn't know about Box
well,
Hill.
yeah, Box Hill wasn't actually on the tables at that point, so Box Hill came in after I got that news.
But
'Cause we were
talk
looking
about
for other
why
schools.
Box Hill wasn't on the table.
Oh, right. We thought that their tryouts was already done.
Right.
and like fully over. So there was no way. And Rowville was the last of the tryouts, and we were like the last ones. But there were some good players there. I can't lie. But yeah, they were the last ones there, and there's like a couple hundred or something.
Mm.
But not many compared to the normal amount. But yeah, I don't really know how much, but I know there's a lot.
At the
And
Rowville tryouts.
yeah, but yeah, what sets Box Hill and Rowville apart? I feel like I'm kind of glad that we went to Box Hill instead of Rowville, because as we were there, like you'd look at this school and like it's good basketball, insane basketball, same as Box Hill, but yeah, but the actual school wise, I feel like Box Hill is much better and like just feed into a lot more opportunities that Rowville wouldn't
In what
in
sense?
that
Like the
case.
teachers are better, or
Oh
like
no, like
the
well,
environment's better, or what sense is
I
it
feel
better?
like environment would be better because both are public schools, but have the course basketball course.
Mm.
So it's like pretty much, it's like 2 electives worth of basketball into it. So I would do like normally like 15 subjects of basketball a week. So
Yeah.
it's real good. Yeah, I love it. But yeah, and like I'm saying, like I feel like Box Hill's a better environment and like, well, there's no uniform at Box Hill, so I just wear whatever I want every day. And at Rowville, obviously they got uniform, and like, just they just I don't know. I feel like Box Hill just when I went there, Rowville just didn't seem it.
Mm.
I guess.
So, taking back, why was Rowville such a big stump for you and an obstacle for you to get over?
Yeah, I reckon it's because like I was really pumped for that opportunity in my life, and I thought that was the thing to set me off and get going before the blow up. I guess.
Mm.
Yeah, but no, I just put a lot of work and effort into it, and it just surprised me, and I played real good. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever had a sporting rejection before? Like you ever not made a team or anything? Or was this like the first major loss?
No, a couple years actually, decent one. I played real good in these talented athlete program, which is like TAP, which is like a level kind of state in New South Wales,
Mm.
and I played really, really good at the tryouts. Like, even some of the parents came up to my dad and was like telling him, "Oh, your son's made it" and stuff. Because I was like insane. That was probably the best I've ever played, I guess.
Mm.
There, and like I was, yeah, it's kind of a standout. I feel like in that tryout, but yeah, just didn't make it because it's so more of who you know than what you are.
Why do you think that is? Like, because basketball, it's a sport. Like
Should
surely
be.
the person who's better than the other person would get in over someone who just
We-
knows the coach.
Nah, it doesn't work like that.
No?
Well, it does, but like
Not.
not that.
No.
No.
It's
Not quite at
basketball
that
is pretty
level.
political.
Is it?
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, it's just more of like what, like yeah, like who you know. It's more in that sense because like
How do you think you're gonna get over that fact?
just
Factor.
gotta stand out more,
Just
yeah.
gotta be better.
play better. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So then it does. So then it does come down to
It does.
performance.
It's yes and no. It's like you can either be like exceptional, like Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you have to be insane
Yeah.
to stand out.
Like-
Which I thought I was at that because like I was dropping like Gabe, a couple of my mates there were there, and they were like expecting that I was in like straight after that. Like I was popping off like 10 threes or whatever in like all the scrims because it was like 3 days of like 6 hour scrims, 7 hour scrims.
What's a scrim?
Scrimmage.
So scrimmage is just like, or it can be any number, like 4 versus 4, or like
Oh,
It's like a
right.
make-up game. That's not.
yeah,
Yeah. No,
but it's
I
like
see what you
it was
mean.
competitive because it was tryouts.
So
of
it's like
course.
4 versus 4 instead of like an
It
actual.
But
can be.
it can be
fun.
any
It can
number,
just be
but it was 5v5s.
Yeah.
It's generally 5v5.
It's
but,
just like a normal game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pick
Yeah.
up,
I see. I
pick up ball.
copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was playing nuts in that, but yeah, turned down. So
Yeah. Did that
that was real frustrating. The Rowville was more disappointing, and
Yeah.
like
How do you think you got over that?
I feel like I just had to look for better opportunities, and I feel like I found that at Box Hill. It's just found some good solid mates here, and then already in the basketball thing, and it's just good.
Yes, that's heaps good.
Yeah, it's sick, man.
What do you think that? What do you think is something that drives you? Because I know I feel like you and I go to talk about this kind of stuff, but we don't really talk about what your drivers and like motivators are.
Yeah. Oh look, I feel like for motivation wise, I feel like Roeville was my motivation, and like I really wanted to make that. Like
Yeah.
that was like my dream for a bit, I guess, just
Yeah.
to make that. So I worked really hard. Like I get home from the courts from reffing for 4 hours after, and then played for an hour, and then I got home and played for a bit, and then had dinner, and maybe even play for like another couple hours, go have a shower, and then watch a show and go to bed. And then yeah, that was just for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, solid. Like every single night I'd play for like yeah, good 4 hours, something.
Yeah.
Just down at the courts every day. So yeah, straight after school, catch bus.
What's your motivator now?
I reckon. Look, I haven't been able to play, but just like dribbling in the garage and stuff. Like
That's not really a motivator.
yeah, I know, but like getting me out there, I feel like I just wanna be the best on the court, and I feel like what motivates me to be the best is just like I just want to be there, like be at the top level one day.
Mm.
I just want to see myself there, and just
So was getting rejected from Roeville a propellant? Would you say like it?
eventually, yeah. I feel like now too. I
Yeah.
just want to beat them because we verse them in the like Australian schools tournaments.
Mm.
So I just want to verse them and show them, prove them wrong. That's what you have to do
Yeah.
in those situations. So yeah.
Do you see yourself going big? Like what trajectory do you see yourself on?
Oh,
In
I'm not really sure, to be honest.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not really mine to decide, I guess. Like it is. It actually is, yeah. But yeah, I'm not too sure.
Do you know what I mean when I say trajectory? Like where do you see yourself in a few years? You see
Yeah.
yourself in the league?
Oh,
Or?
actually, yeah. I now I get it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, your trajectory, like the path you're going.
Yeah. Well, actually, another thing with Box Hill, that's they really help support colleges with college basketball, and I'm hoping to go to college basketball in a few years. That's what you just asked me.
Yeah.
And yeah, that will be real good. And they set you on a great path. They get scouts from America to come and watch you and stuff. And they're already working with me for subjects and stuff to try and get like the scholarships for college ball. So that'll be sick.
Like your schooling has to be good as well.
Yeah. So I was just telling Josh earlier about the GPA level, and it's like your grade has to be above 2.3 out of 4.0 to stay in the basketball thing, which yeah, just working hard not only not only in the actual basketball thing but school as well.
Academically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
academically you have to work even harder, honestly.
So having a high GPA, will that be okay? Here's a question. So if you had a high GPA and you weren't like you were just pretty mid at basketball, would that help you get into a college where like more likely to get into a college than if you had a just scraping through GPA and like insanely good at basketball?
Nah, you'd get through.
Yeah.
Get this. So there's like a major arts college in America, and they generally only have like six people from Australia go through. There was 3 from our school last year,
Far out.
Mm.
and they were in the programs. It's just that even the academically, for colleges they actually only have 2.0 minimum to stay in college and play ball, out of 4.0, but my school exceeds that number.
Right.
Yeah, Ned, and yeah, overcomes that number, and so it gives you more of an opportunity to even like get more of a scholarship or whatever.
So the higher GPA, the better, more
Yeah.
chance you have of getting into a college.
Yeah, but also
But
like
it
if
could
you're
be-
like LeBron James and you're just scraping through, you're gonna get a better offer than if you were like
Yeah, like it's really well. They would majorly look at the sporting wise.
like if you got a
So what I'm mainly asking is Is it more important to have a good GPA or to be good
Sport,
at
probably
basketball?
probably basketball, but you still need to be above that.
Yeah, like you can't legally go to college. I don't know if it's legally, but you
Yeah,
can't
but
legally be in that program with
depends what
less than a
contract they would have,
2.0
but yeah,
GPA.
yeah,
Okay, I see, I
But
see.
his school, the minimum is 2.3.
which is exceeds that level, so they give it more of an opportunity for colleges to look at you. Well, yeah, GPA gives. If you have your school has a giant GPA compared to others, they will look at you first.
Yeah, okay.
Scouts will look at you first.
How
Cause
do you think that you're gonna appeal to scouts?
yeah, I feel like real good because as a point guard in basketball, which they normally like dribble up the court and like run the game a bit more. As not as big of a guard right now. Hopefully I'll get taller, but yeah, not as big. It's a bit harder to do that, but I feel like I'm staying in there real good and the coaches are loving me so far and just running the game real well. So I reckon that's and just like helping out the team, like not pulling them down and stuff. It really just appeals to scouts and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was gonna ask you though, how do you like kind of discipline yourself?
I feel like I'm not really sure. Can you like what do you mean by discipline in like
Like, so for me, right, I kind of every day I have a similar routine in terms of I do this every day, and for me, I find lists and like a to do list almost. That's how I kind of
yeah, I got
stick
you.
to what I've got to do. I don't
Yeah.
know if that helps. That analogy helps you a little bit, but and also I kind of just think about what my life would be like if I didn't do the work,
Yeah.
and like what path I'd be going down if I don't win, and
Yeah.
I don't try to win at least, like because I don't always win. But if I don't try to win, what would my life look like? That's kind of where my discipline and motivation comes from.
Yeah.
So how do you
Look,
discipline yourself?
honestly, I probably should get a lot better at it, at disciplining myself. But I feel
Like,
like just working hard in school.
mm,
I have to work hard, especially now at Box Hill, the GPA as we were just talking about.
yeah.
Yeah, and I like I just think like if I want to get there, you have to work hard for it. So you just got to do it. You got
Mm.
to put through the hard work to get to the spot you want to be.
Yeah, man. Like, for me, when Isaac talks about discipline and how he gave examples, for me, because as an athlete as well, it's a lot different compared to a muso, right?
Yeah,
So for me, I always thought about it as trying to separate yourself from other people. Um, like I know when I was a junior, because I'm first year elite now. When I was a junior, I know that other people probably aren't waking up at 5 a.m. and getting an extra training session in.
yeah,
So I would for like so when he says being disciplined, it means you discipline yourself enough to force yourself to wake up at 5 a.m. to get a training session in,
yeah,
right? So the discipline in that is the when nobody's watching, is you wake up. It's the
yeah,
work you put in without anyone knowing.
yeah,
That's what separates yourself, right? So if you
Yeah, you're
do
willing
it,
to put in the work that others aren't.
yeah,
like if you get an extra training session in above everyone else, you're not going to see that for 3 years, right? You're not going to see. I mean, you'll see improvement, of course, but
mm,
it's you probably won't see like you won't become exponentially one of the greats in
from what?
3 years if you do it. Say, for you wake up at 5 a.m., shoot some hoops, run some drills, right? But eventually, you'll incrementally get that little bit better until you do that extra training session. Then everybody else, then you'll succeed, and eventually they're not going to catch up, no matter how many training sessions they do. So for an athlete, it's consistency is a huge form of discipline.
Yeah,
Staying consistent.
yeah, and honestly, well, this morning I had early morning training for school, which so I had to wake up at like 6 or whatever and then go. But I'm organising to go Tuesday and Thursdays down to um courts. So I'll get there at like 6:30 and then try and catch a bus at 8:30 down to back to school every Tuesday and Thursday because it's still like 20 minutes away from home, so I can't really um and and I can't really catch train there yet, because yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna cut out the place that you say because people just know exactly what time and what day and where you're going every day.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you're gonna be going down to the courts Tuesdays and
Is
Thursdays.
that with
Yeah.
other people, just by yourself, or?
By myself on Thursdays.
Yeah.
And then with 3 other mates, and we'll do 2, and then on one court, 2 on the other court for drills, proper drills. So we're not just gonna be mucking around.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You got to remember too, dude. Like you're 14. You got to keep things fun.
yeah.
You don't wanna
Which
burn
I'm
out.
not- yeah, that's why I don't want to like.
I'm not saying don't work hard, but just
Yeah, I
be
get it.
weary of like, make
Don't
sure you
bore
sleep
yourself
good.
with it.
I mean, Isaac's sleep is atrocious because he's a musician. He's up late all the time.
So
But
is
as an
Mum.
athlete, dude, sleep is so important because when you start getting at a high level, dude, everyone's doing the drills at that time. Everyone gets out. One of the biggest ways to separate yourselves is sleep and recovery, dude.
Yeah. Another reason why Box Hill is real good, because they work around games and stuff, and like they have recovery sessions. Like they have like full gyms, couple gyms actually around it, and they just recovery because a lot of kids in Melbourne play on Friday nights, which is rep every Friday night, so they do the Monday sessions recovery.
Mm.
But yeah, I feel like yeah.
That's good, man.
Mm.
That's good. It's all about consistency because
Yeah.
consistency keeps your motivation. And when you're not motivated, keep the consistency because then it'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good way to
it's
put
good.
it actually. So where do you reckon from Box Hill, where do you reckon you're gonna go from there?
Hopefully, college something.
What
Well, I'll be
college?
playing
Put it out there. What college you want?
Duke,
You want to go to Duke? I thought you said Kentucky.
Kentucky, or Duke.
Yeah.
I don't really care. Any college, please.
Yeah.
No, anything. It'll be good.
Sick, man.
Hmm.
Well, that pretty much wraps up your brother.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, big fella.
Cheer, E.
Cheers.
Easy.
Hmm.
In a bit, bruv.
I don't know. I think we just run. I think we run that. I think that I'm happy with that podcast. If you're happy with it,
I'm happy with that.
Well-
Hey, actually, come sit back down.
yeah. Pick it up.
Just slide it up a wee bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's before the Blow Up podcast with Ethan Staines as a half a guest.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Or-
Follow on iTunes and
You
Spotify.
are a loser.
Or just do what they want, eh?
You're
How
Nah.
dumb, bro. You know what? Yeah. Do what you want.
Nah.
If you like it, you like it. If you subscribe, you subscribe.
Leave a
We ain't
review.
forcing nothing. No one to do nothing.
Leave a 5-star rating on iTunes and leave a review as well.
bonk bonk.
Thanks,
I mean,
guys.
if you want, you can, but don't feel obligated.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
See ya.
That was mint.
Yeah, that was good. Cheers,
Cruising.
Ethan.
Thanks, big fella.